Welcome to Overwatch, and welcome to something a little bit different. Last video I teased that there might be a special announcement, and lo and behold, there is a special announcement. Overwatch's World Cup has begun its voting phase, and hey, my name is on the list to be a part of the committee. And you might be thinking, oh, you played in it last year and you were terrible. What gives? Well, this is the thing. You're not voting for players this year, you are voting for a committee, and it's important to understand what that committee's job is. It isn't to play, it isn't to actually be a part of the full team itself, it's to basically advise Blizzard on what players should be a part of team, in our case Team GB, and then basically take care of a lot of the admin and managerial bullshittery that the team would otherwise be occupied with. Think of this, instead of voting for players, as voting for management that will then go on to put the team together and make sure that the team is well furnished and make sure that the team is being taken care of and looked after and all that kind of stuff, which is a great position for people like me, Stylosa and Ryan, who can actually dedicate a lot of time to this stuff and don't have to worry about playing at the very highest level while doing this kind of stuff. It's also important to know that the rumours I'm hearing on the grapevine and the little bits and pieces that I've been fed is that the players that we get to pick, or the teams that get to be picked, will not just be 6 players and that's it, locked out. We'll actually be able to pick more than 6 players, and therefore if they are a high level player in the UK, there is a good chance, especially if they have competitive pedigree, that they're going to be on the team in one form or another. What this means is we have as many people as possible involved in the team itself who are being furnished and being taken care of, and therefore we can delegate more tasks and separate more tasks out and make sure that the team is running efficiently, smoothly, and to the best of its abilities, because real talk, very real talk, the UK's chances are actually pretty goddamn good to go quite far in this tournament. And you might be thinking, well, surely, there's Sweden, South Korea, and even like France this year are going to have really good chances because they could just field Rogue, for example. Sweden could just be Misfits. South Korea could be, well, anything and still be terrifying. There's some really, really scary looking teams, and I'll say sure, but the UK's chances are not bad. Like, we actually have a lot of talent here in the UK, aside from the sort of the big 3 names that are going to bubble up to the top, which is going to be Cruz, Unlocked and Kib. There's all sorts of British talent throughout the scene that's been sort of peppered around, popped in, popped out. Usually there's a couple of British players sort of dotted around, especially on sort of the B tier, C tier teams, that's floating around every now and then. And I have actually made it a personal sort of crusade in my time in the Overwatch community since 2014, when the game was first announced, to keep my eye on where British talent emerges and where it pops up. So even though they might not be able to name me, I can certainly name a lot of them. So you're probably sat there thinking, well, I'm not from the UK, I can't vote for you. In which case, I'm sorry, I've wasted about 3 minutes of your time. Enjoy some shitty Sombra footage in the background that I think I'm going to throw into this. But if you are in the UK, I do urge you to vote for me, Stylosa, and Ryan. And I want to sort of get this point across to you guys, that we portray ourselves occasionally as clowns, and we portray ourselves occasionally as, I don't know, in some way stupid or foolish, and we're willing to self-deprecate. But in this, we will not be doing that. In this, you will see the serious side of us. You will see the side of us that is us focused on making something great, and making something lasting, and making something worth watching and caring about, basically. We will dedicate a lot of time and resources in taking this team extremely seriously and making sure that the team is portrayed in the best possible light, because this is our country. This is the UK. It's a rare opportunity you get to represent your country. It's a rare opportunity you get where your country actually has potential to shine, and we should take that as Brits. We don't often get those chances. There's the self-deprecation coming in. But honestly, British talent in Overwatch is at a point where it's actually really strong. It's actually in a really good place, and I think we could really do some good things here. So please, if you give us that chance, I promise we won't let you down. Thanks for watching to the end. I've been Josh's one voice amongst many. This has been my video about the World Cup voting, and yeah, I urge you to go and vote for, well, I urge you to vote for me, Ryan, and Stylosa, but if you vote for someone else and you have good reasons for it, I'm sure I can understand why. Thanks for watching to the end. Doodles.